So hello friends, welcome back, and in this video we are going to see a very interesting problem. Although usually when I see YouTube videos, so they only make you understand the first part, which is very simple, which means for the two, like 1 and 2 steps, but we will check all its 4 varieties, the 4 varieties I have listed here. So first, starting with the problem statement, the problem says that we are allotted 2 ways, which are we can have a jump of 1 and we can have a jump of 2, and we need to reach the nth stair. So we need to find the number of ways to reach that nth stair, and we can do jump by 1 step or by 2 step. Okay, so now what we're going to study in this is these 4 varieties. Firstly, which I spoke above right now, just that 1 and 2 steps, like 2 options only I have. Then I will have k continuous options, that 1 2 3 up to k. Then I will have k any options like 1 3 5, like it may have any option, but it will be k options, like any number of options I should say. And then I will have another last alteration of this problem, which is k any options with snakes on some options, which means that you are not allowed to take every option, right? Yeah. So starting with the very basic one, that we are allotted 2 ways that we can have a jump of 1 and 2, and we need to reach the nth stair. So as I said, that start with the very small example, start with the very small case we should think. Okay, so if I had my n equal to 1, which means I have only 1 stair, right? So I have only 1 way I can move from ground to my first stair. Okay, for n equal to 1, my answer would be 1, because I will have only 1 way, right? For n equal to 2, what I will have, I will have 1 way that I can take a jump of 2, right? So from 0 I can take a jump of 2, just showed you here, 0 to the jump of 2. And another way is I can take a jump of 1, but if I have a jump of 1, then I have to take a jump of 1 only to move to the final stair. So number of ways are this and this, so it will be 2. Very fine. So encoding overloaded. Okay, so yeah, it is on. Now what if the case is 3? Now if the case is 3, then I can clearly see that I will have a jump, like firstly see, I will have a jump of 1 1 1. See, 1 1 1, it's a 1 case, 1 and jump of 2, another case, jump of 2 and a 1, third case. So now with these examples you must think, okay, I am jumping like this, okay, and so on. Now if you look more closely, then if I illustrate the example 3, then what's happening? See, if I illustrate the example 3 of staircase of n equal to 3, then at ground I have 2 options in my mind. Either I can have a jump of 1 or I can have a jump of 2. Now I don't know what I will do further, but I have 2 options in my mind when I am on the ground. I can have a jump of 1 or I can have a jump of 2. So these 2 options are in my mind, jump of 1 and jump of 2. Very fine, jump of 1 and jump of 2. Now when I reach that particular location for which I jumped, like for jump 1 I reached the 1, and for jump 2 I reached the 2. Now if I imagine the remaining part, what it will be? It will be something of staircase 2, right? See, I reached that location 1 right here. Then what I can see now is nothing but a staircase 2 problem, new problem, right? Or if I should say that I had a jump of 2 for the example this, then the new problem which I have in my mind is for staircase of 1, right? So if I say in my English, then I should say that either I can have a jump of 1 or I can have a jump of 2. If I'm saying or, which means I will add these 2 results, which means that result obtained by having a jump of 1 plus result obtained by having a jump of 2, I will add both of these to get the result of having a jump from 1 or from 2. Now if I think this thing which I showed you right now in reverse direction, now on thinking in reverse, you will see that now you were starting from the ground to jump to the step of 1 or to the step of 2. Now I will start from the end to jump back to the step of 1 or back to the step of 2. See, it is nearly same. Like now my aim is to move from the above part, which means the nth state, to the ground, right? Like there's nothing different as such. Okay, very fine. Then as you can see that for the same staircase of 3, I will jump from 3 to 2 by having a 1 step, or I can jump from 3 to 1 by having a 2 step. Now the remaining problem which my hand is of staircase 2, as I showed you here, of staircase 2, which looks like this. And when I had a jump of this, then I will have a remaining problem of staircase 1, which looks like this. Now as I said that either I can have a jump of 1 or I can have a jump of 2. So when I will have these answers, I will add them, right? Okay, so I know that anyhow I need to find the answer for the staircase 2, I need to find the answer for staircase 1, and I will add those results. Okay, now my problem reduces to I need to find the answer for the staircase 2. Now let's move to the staircase 2. As same as staircase 3, on staircase 2 where I am standing, then I have also two options, jump of 1 and jump of 2. On jump of 1, I can see that my problem reduces to staircase 1, which means that now I can assume that I have one staircase. When I had a jump of 2, so it reduces. Okay, encoding overloaded again. I don't know why it's happened so much. Then I will have the only one case, which means it is ground. Now you will see that, okay, and now what? So for to compute the answer for 2, you have two options, right? Now to find the options, then you need to find the answer for staircase 1 as well. Okay, fine. So I will find the answer for staircase 1, right? See, although I am right now having answer for 2, but actually I wanted answer for 3. For 3 I need answer of 2 and 1. For 2 I need answer for 1 and 0. Now I am like reducing down, understanding? Okay, very fine. When I had the staircase of 1, okay, I will take a jump of 1. Very fine. If I take a jump of 2, I will reduce, like if it is a ground, then I am on staircase 1. If I take a jump of 2, then I will go below ground, which is not possible. So not possible means 0 ways. So if by anyhow I am going below ground, which means that I am going the negative stage after reducing, so I will return 0. Very fine. But when I am on ground, there is one way of standing there. See, the ground is valid portion to stand, right? So I can have it, I can assume it as a one way, right? So as soon as I reach the ground, I can assume that, okay, it is a base case and it is a one way, right? See, as I told you in the last lecture, that how we analyze the base cases. Base case is something when I reach there, I will never go beyond it. If I am going beyond it, then I should return something which is not contributing my answer. That is, that if in the staircase 1, as I showed you, if it goes beyond the ground, I will return 0, because 0 will never contribute in my number of ways. Number of ways are something like a value, and ground is something what I can say a way to be stand on there. So I will add these two results, which means 1 and 0. So my answer for the staircase 1 would be 1. Very fine. Now I have my answer for staircase 1. Okay. Now to reach to the staircase 2, as I said that I will have two things which I will add. Staircase 1 I found it earlier, right now I showed you, and for staircase 0 I also taught in staircase 1 that for staircase 0 it will be 1. So adding these two will be 1 plus 1, which is 2. Now I have my answer for staircase 2 as well. Okay, very fine. Then I will go on to the staircase 3, for which I need to find the staircase 2 and staircase 1. For staircase 2 I found earlier right now, which was 2. For staircase 1 as well I found earlier. For staircase 2 when I was finding, so it is also 1. So adding these two resulted in 3. Now I hope that you guys must have understood it, that okay, how actually it is happening, that we can have a staircase jump of 1 and 2, 1 or 2. Thus, as what I said, or, so I'm adding these two options. As I'm adding these two options, so I will get the result of staircase 3. So now I can assume, or I can say that for nth staircase I will have answer up till the n minus 1th staircase because of one step jump, and this means plus, like, or I can have an answer for n minus 2th staircase, which means for step 2 jump. and thus I will add it. So if I show you the recursive code, then it would look something like this, as you can see on the screen. F of n would be nothing but f of n minus 1 plus f of n minus 2. n minus 1 for the one step jump, n minus 2 for the two step jump. And if you can see clearly that it will look somewhat similar to Fibonacci series. Now the base case, main thing about the base case, very fine. As I told you the example of 1, you can clearly see that for n equal to 0, you will have the answer as 1, which was the base case. And as soon as you reach below ground, then you are pretty sure that you will return 0. So yeah, base case is in your hand right now, which means that if by anyhow I reach the ground, n equal to 0, then I will return 1, one way. If by anyhow I am reaching below ground, then I will return what? I will return 0, because it will never contribute in my answer, because it's an invalid case. Thus, our base case would look something like this. Let me change the color. So it will look something like this. If our n is 0, then I will return 1, and if it is less than 0, then it is returning 0. Now you can clearly see that it is exactly similar to Fibonacci series, and although I am writing here, but I will not explain as such, because I explained the whole part in Fibonacci how to write the code. I will just show you the code, and the code looks something like this. Pretty simple, pretty easy. It's a top down code, simple. As first is the function which we take, like I take the function name as f, because I don't want the like faltu names, like big names as such. So yeah, but in interviews I will highly recommend to have a proper good name, because it shows your writing skills, right? So it's the base case which we checked earlier, that okay, if n is equal to 0, then I will return 1, and if n is less than 0, then I will return 0, because it will never contribute in my answer. Then the memoization part, which we do in DP in general, like although I've not made the DP array, but you can make of size like fixed size, or you can say n plus 1 or n plus 2 its size, and initialize it with -1 in main function. Then I will have my answer as f of n minus 1 and f of n minus 2, and I will add those to get my total number of ways to reach the nth step, right? And I will return my DP of answer. Although the code I write here is O of n space and O of n time, but in Fibonacci video I showed you the explanation, and I showed you the modification and optimization as well, so to do it in O of n time and O of 1 space. So I will highly recommend it. If you don't know, then please watch it, and if you know, then please write the code as well. Now as it is much lengthy, like it's had been a much lengthy video, so for the next part, for the next 2 modifications I showed you, and 2 and 3 modifications, I will have that in next video, because see, the basic part was to explain you okay how it is working, how I am adding those like f of n minus 1 and f of n minus 2, and how I am reaching to the point that okay, I need to check for the n minus 1 and n minus 2, and how I will check the base case. So I showed you all in this video. In the next video we will see that okay, how actually like this thing we learned right now, we can implement this in a bigger problem, and in a very beautiful way, modified problem. So yeah, let's meet in the next video, and until then, be happy and keep coding. Bye.